I am Mus'ab Hassan Youssef. My father co-founded Hamas. Hamas terrorists kill anyone who opposes their sick ideology. Hamas only understands the language of force. The current Israeli government strategy, led by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, is the most effective strategy against Hamas. Israel has to continue this war until Hamas is defeated and destroyed completely. The Hamas psychological warfare should be dealt with more fire. I give my full support to Israel, who are fighting this war on behalf of humanity. This time, Hamas' defeat is certain, and the truth shall prevail. Then, some people hear about Hamas, or they see an avatar of a Hamas fighter carrying a rifle, a freedom fighter, and they think it's a fancy idea, to support such a monster. This is why I call them idiots, absolutely idiots, because they don't know what they are supporting. They are supporting a monster that has been hijacking an entire society and endangering the entire Middle East, pushing the world towards a global war. Instead of condemning such a monster that they just committed ethnic cleansing against innocent people, then kidnapped hundreds of hostages, then used their own people as human shields. And none of those pro-Palestine people condemned Hamas up to this day. How long would it take them to realize that this is not only enemy of Israel, it's enemy of civilization? So when I see protesters on campuses like Harvard, of course I was outraged. I am still outraged. What's happening is insanity. Those pro-Palestine people need to go to a mental asylum.
One day we can have a Muslim majority nation here in Canada. By 2060, Muslims will be the biggest religious group the world over. What are you going to do then? Actually, to oppose Sharia is even then. We have families, we are making babies. You're not. Our population is going down the slump.
You say that you want Sharia law to displace Canadian law. That doesn't sound very respectful.
In majority, you wouldn't have any other option, my friend.
America is the cancer. America, the American government, secularism, democracy, capitalism, these are cancers that have spread their illness all over the world. In America and in the Middle East. In America over here, people have the freedom to, again, like I said before, commit zina, do all this fahisha, but when you speak up, it's a problem. Non-Muslims are tired of this cancer. They're tired of the American government. They're tired of democracy. They want to see a new way of life. And as Muslims, we have to understand that we have that new way of life. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was sent as a mercy for all of mankind. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. He was sent as a mercy. Why? Because the way of life he brought will bring that mercy. The way of life he brought will bring that tranquility to Muslims and non-Muslims. Non-Muslims won't have to worry about these issues they worry about now. They won't have to, because Islam is a just religion that has come to be implemented upon.
الوهابي شيخنا رزقكم الله الشهادة والحور العين في الجنة. أردت رضي الله عنكم أن أقوم بعملية استشهادية، وتقدمت إلى الشيخ أبو الدماء القصاب، فقال لي إننا ابتكرنا طريقة جديدة وغير مسبوقة في العمليات الاستشهادية، وهو أن يلاك في دبرك كبسولات تفجير، ولكي تتدرب على هذه الطريقة الجهادية لابد أن ترضى أن يلاط بك فترة كي يتسع دبرك وتكون مؤخرتك قادرة على أن تتحمل عبوة التفجير. وسؤالي رحمك الله، هل يجوز أن أبيح دبري لأحد الإخوة المجاهدين إذا كانت النية صالحة والهدف الدربة على الجهاد، يعني يمكن تدريب على الجهاد ليقوم بتوسيع دبري؟ فحمد الله الشيخ وأثنى عليه وقال الأصل في أن اللواط محرم ولا يجوز، غير أن الجهاد أولى فهو سنام الإسلام، وإن كان سنام الإسلام لا يتحقق إلا باللواط فلا بأس فيه. فالقاعدة الفقهية تقول
It looks like Pakistan, but it's UK. The process of Islamization of UK seems unstoppable. Don't believe me, you do the math. While average Christian family in UK has 1.8 kids, the average Muslim family has 3.6 kids. In 30 years from now, they will become a majority. Ask yourself how they will vote then, another thing to keep in mind. Each man can have up to 4 wives, 3 to 5 kids with each of one. Legally, they can marry one so the rest of the wives will apply for benefits as a single mom with 3 to 4 kids. That means they will get priority for social housing and they will top the list. How about yourself? You still think you can access a social house?
We're going to show you from the West Bank. These are Palestinian celebrations in the wake of Tuesday's terror attacks in the United States. Apparently, Palestinians took to the street chanting, "God is great." People were throwing candy, distributing candy to passersby. The U.S. government obviously has become increasingly unpopular, particularly in the West Bank and Gaza Strip, because Palestinians feel that the U.S. government has sided with Israel. One man, Nawal Abdel Fattah, wearing a long black dress, threw sweets in the air saying, actually that's a woman, pardon me, saying she was happy because, quote, America is the head of the snake. America always stands by Israel in its war against us. Meanwhile, Yasser Arafat...
The one that sells drugs, good or bad? Just very quickly, good or bad? Bad. How about the murderer? How about the one who commits adultery, zina? What about the one who rapes a child? What about the one who drinks alcohol? What about the one who does the biggest of the kabair, good or bad? This person, one person that commits all of these sins, he commits all of these sins on a daily basis, but he prays, is better in the eyes of Allah than the one that doesn't commit any of these sins but doesn't pray. So you and your brother, yeah, I'm a good guy. Habibi, God, pack that up because it's not going to work on the day of judgment. Any person that misses one salah, one, not 2, 1 salah, you miss 1 salah for no reason, you're worse than a murderer, you're worse than a rapist, you're worse than a terrorist, you're worse than a pedophile in the eyes of Allah.
Raise your hands if you're a Zionist. 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 This is your chance to get out. This is your chance to get out. Okay, no Zionists, we're good. Woo! No Zionists here.